the issue of the fair share. Fair share for whom? Fair share for the people of St. Kitts, fair share for the people of Nevis, fair share for the entity that is a federal structure. Well, who determines that? And what basis this is to be done? I submit to you that we have been the best government, best federal government on record. And every premier and every minister of the Nevis Island administration has said that. Oh, we have been so wonderful. The premier said it has been the best time unity has been, the best time in 40 years. So what is the issue then? What is the issue then? Seek for truth and you will find it. Vance Amory wrote to me and requested $30 million as a fair and equitable distribution to the people of Nevis. I accepted, and every month we paid $2.5 million to accumulate to a total of $30 million. When Mark Brantley became the Premier of Nevis, he too wrote requesting what he determined was a fair share for the people of Nevis, a whopping 50% increase he requested. And I sat and I discussed with him and he said, yes, give me some, next year I have certain things to do, blah, 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 blah. Again, being overly generous, we agreed. $45 million determined by them. It is not I who pulled the figures. In every letter that are there, every letter that is there, and the records would reflect these are their requests that determined. They determined, not I, was reasonable. But when it suits them, they want to change the goalposts. So we moved from 30 to 45 within a short window of time, and everything was good and dandy. And then after a budget in which we had inputted the $45 million for 2022, the Premier of Nevis came again and he said, well, could we carry it up to 66? Well, what do you think he was asking? For an unfair portion or a fair and equitable portion of what he deemed was required? You must ask yourself that. It is he who is asking. It is he who has put that in writing. And we agreed to provide $66 million, a 46.7% increase in budgetary support to the Nevis Island administration. In all the world, you will never see those kind of arithmetic. From 30 to 45%, 50% increase. From 45 to 66%, a nigh 47% increase in a short of a 7-year period. How is that? Where else in the world you could get those kind of jump in revenue? So that by the end of 2022, we are talking about 66 million, having started around 2016 or thereabout, with 30 million. Over 100% increase. But how could that figure in any language be an unreasonable one and being unfair? The unfairness now is coming from those who have a political agenda. The unfairness talk is coming from those who voted for those amounts in the budget year after year. Year after year, supported those as being fair and equitable. And now for petty politics, now for divisive politics, now for secessionist politics, it is suddenly unfair. One man shouldn't be allowed to fool people that way and mislead people. The requests are there, put to me and satisfactorily handled But beyond this 66 million commitment is that the federal government undertakes several other expenditures for the Nevis Island administration. We procure their pharmaceuticals, their medications for Alexander Hospital to be put in every health center in Nevis. The federal government is paying for that. Did you know that? In addition to what we are giving as direct budgetary support and their requests. Do you know that every student that goes, all the education is part of the subject of the NIA? It is the federal government that is paying the economic costs. It never used to be that sometime before us. The Douglas regime had put an end to that. That is what has happened. Do you know, in addition to the $66 million, we have paid millions of dollars for the step workers who are in service in Nevis, managed by the Nevis Island administration and its functionaries. We do that. Do you know that the PAP program, we are paying millions of dollars of it for those in Nevis who have applied and qualified? The federal government is doing that, in addition to the $66 million. Do you know that the cost of the security services in Nevis, that too is being carried by the federal government? We put a new brigade, if you will, unit of defense soldiers in Nevis, because there was a time when they were going through, like the rest of the Federation, a spike. And for the first time, a unit, a defense force unit was put there. Federal government is doing that. The Nevis Island administration and the people of Nevis, they have had their best treatment under the leadership of Prime Minister Dr. Timothy Harris. That is what the record will show. The police, federal government paying for that. And even in the healthcare, our subsidized health services here benefit the people of Nevis. It is here they come and we welcome them, because we are fair and reasonable to participate fully in our health program. So when we drop, for example, the cost of hemodialysis, we drop it for the citizens of Nevis and of St. Kitts. That is what we have done. Services unavailable in Nevis, available at the JNF Hospital. They come and we welcome them. And the cost of all the services, membership into the CDB, our foreign affairs. The city minister will go off every minute. Who you think is paying the bill? The federal government. But they are not truthful to the people of Nevis, nor to the people of the Federation. They want an unfair arrangement. They must account for the over $400 million provided by this federal government to the people of Nevis. That is what they must do. And then let us see who is being unfair. He's being unfair to the people of Nevis by not telling them the truth. For the year so far, it's almost, I think, $22 million we already provide them in budgetary support. And imagine you move from nothing. That is what it was before my administration. Nothing. Nothing, zero, to $66 million plus the cost of pharmaceuticals, plus the cost of STEP, plus the cost of PAP, plus the cost of the income support programs that we are provided, even fuel support to operators in Nevis. Somebody is being mischievous and dishonest in their reporting. And the country does not need this kind of dishonesty from leadership at the top. Playing games with the people of Nevis and with the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. So that is where that story is. From nothing to near $500 million of flows over there. From nothing, zero.